what she wanna do. Lower to the grave, tell you like it is to your face, she don't play. Every chick down for it all, know that she a boss. No competition, no loss. From the Midwest to the A, autumn got you tuning in, no delay. Ooh, get you right every time, keep you laughing on a dime. Tell you truth, no lies, so you can live your best life. Cover all topics, no limits. Got something for your mama and your children, no holding back. No gimmicks, coming on strong, get straight to business. Oh yeah.
What she wanna do?
Live life, live life,
She
live
do what
life.
she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live life.
What she wanna do.
Live life, live life,
She
live
do what
life.
she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live life. Live life, live life.
Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. Hey, y'all. Every week it's the same thing. I never know if I'm going to I never know if I'm going to get on here and talk my shit, but I try to be consistent. And when I say I'm going to bring you guys these weekly episodes, then I try to keep to that, I guess. So here I am. If you're a new listener, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a little bit different than what I had been doing, but I figured I would try something new, give myself a little bit of a challenge over for season 5. So if you didn't hear last week's episode, shame on you. Or if you didn't watch it on YouTube, because I am on YouTube, shame on you. You don't know that for season 5, I've decided to take 10 words, 10 very random words, and just talk about them. However, in whichever way it kind of just it goes out. But I'll get to that in a minute. I want to go ahead and, do my normal little situation, how I do or whatever. So, first of all, and I got my little notes, y'all. Like, I actually wrote some notes, and I hope that I kind of remember to look at them. But anyways, I've been at my new job for a month. And I feel like I really, it's not too much has changed, I guess. I'm just like in training and trying to learn these new systems and all this new terminology and trying to fit in with this very new culture that I'm in now. So, a couple of things have been a little bit of a challenge, but that's just life. That's just work. It's nothing that I'm like extra worried about, but I do believe it now. I do believe that I have moved on from a job that I never thought that I would leave, and this one is feeling very real to me, and I'm grateful. So that's that on that. Also, y'all girl Peach is seriously on her last leg. Like, so for those of you who don't know, Peach or PJ is my cat, and I've had her for 2 years, a little over 2 years now. And she's kind of still a kitten and very, very playful. But the problem is when she's ready to play, which I don't have a problem with, like I'll play with her and all this, that, and the other, but she'll just want to play if I like get up and walk to the bathroom or get up and walk downstairs to the kitchen. And that's fine. Again, I talk to her, whatever, pet her, whatever. But she'll run and like bite my leg and break the skin. And it's not like this aggressive like I'm trying to kill you bite. It's literally like you could tell she's just being playful. She just wants to play, and cats, they fixate on things and then they run and they jump on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she's been doing to my leg. Therefore, both of my legs are like tore the fuck up, and I'm not happy about it, like at all. And it hurt. And I can my reaction be so slow, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I can carry a squirt bottle around with me, because that's typically how I discipline her. I squirt her with a squirt bottle. But like are you supposed to just, I don't know what the fuck to do. If anybody knows what I could do about trying to stop her from like play biting, I'd appreciate that. Also, guys, okay. I know that I have been, kind of short all my life, right? I'm 5'5". I guess I feel like 5'5" is between 5'5" and 5'7" is like average height for a woman. That's just how I feel. So I don't understand why when you buy a desk for your home that these desks are so tall. So if you've listened to my episodes before, you may have heard me say that I have arthritis in my neck. How it got there, I'm still unsure. I almost feel like it's just from sitting at desks that did not suit me, even at work, because when I initially was diagnosed with the arthritis, it was the Arthur, that's what we call it in my family. I was at work, and first of all, I used to sit directly under a vent, like air conditioning vent, which air conditioning has never been like good for my system. Like I appreciate it, I love it, but if there's too much of it, if it's too cold, or if I'm like indirect, like if it's like directly on me, I get sick, or it activates my allergies, it gives me headaches, all types of stuff. Like even when I'm in the car, I'd much rather, as hot as it may be, I'd much rather ride with the windows down than the windows up. Partially because I also just love the fresh air, but sometimes it does have to do with certain air conditioning systems in certain cars. So anyway, I said all that to say I have arthritis in my neck, and I was at work, and it was just like, I didn't know. I was in so much pain, and like this pain, like I could barely move my arm. This pain was going all the way down my right arm, and like I go to urgent care. They couldn't really figure anything out, but they sent me directly to the emergency room because it was my whole left side that was bothering me. So now I'm in the emergency room. This was a few years ago, guys. I'm in the emergency room, and I'm there making sure that I'm not having a heart attack. So I'm scared. Come to find out, it's motherfucking arthritis. So I don't know why I'm more conscious of it now. Maybe because I'm always trying to make sure that I have a as comfortable of enough workspace at home, because I've been working from home, what, I don't know, 3.5 years now. I'm always conscious of having a nice, comfortable as I can have workspace. So I've had a couple of different chairs, I've had a couple of different desks, and I couldn't figure out what it is. Well, I decided to Google it. I'm like, am I like, I can't get my elbows and stuff flush to the desk. The seat won't go up any higher, and the desk is just too high. Well, come to find out, for people my height, I'm 5'5", I need a desk that's about 24 or 25 inches tall. Okay. The standard for a desk height is 28 or 28 and a half inches tall. And it's very tough to find, because I haven't found one, a desk. Even I found a couple of the sit stand desks that go to like 22 inches. They're like $600. I found, well, a friend of mine sent me a little layout, because she's been having the same issue. She's actually shorter than me. She's been having the same issue, and she sent me this IG post from these people on IG who do like these custom desks, and they're actually perfect. Like, it's every single thing that I would like really want out of a workspace, but it's like $1,400. Like, I mean, it comes with a chair. I guess that's not bad. I guess that's not super bad. But I think that right now I'm just not really trying to buy anything, or spend too much money on anything while I'm here in this townhouse, because I'm really considering purchasing a home, maybe by the end of this year or next year, whenever the market kind of stabilizes itself. That's what I've been thinking about. So if that's gonna happen, like, I don't want to continuously buy stuff to fit in here. You know what I'm saying? So like, me spending $1,400 on a desk setup that may not fit well in a new space, in my new space, I don't want to do that. So anyways, if I could find a cheaper desk, is what I'm saying. If I could find a cheaper one or something, like, that would be great. I've gotten suggestions that I need to like sit on pillows. I've tried that. Not gonna sit on any books because my butt is gonna hurt. Um, so yeah, I really just don't know. I've literally been working from my recliner, which is fine. Okay. It's literally the most comfortable place in the house. It's my favorite place to be, especially in the morning time. I open a window and, like, PG get up there. She watch her little birds and her squirrels and nice little air coming in. Like, it's super lit. But my job, I cannot do my job effectively, even kind of during training, without an additional like monitor. And I'm not about to be like try to be setting no monitor up so that I could look at it from my relaxing place, the place that I'm supposed to be relaxing from. Even though I do have a portable monitor, but I'm not about to be doing all that, right? So I gotta find a desk, y'all. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some thrifting or something like that. Also, I'm just rambling. As of today, I guess like COVID is over, because the CDC now says that if you are fully vaccinated, that you don't have to wear a mask and you don't have to practice social distancing. Well, I'm still going to wear a mask and I'm still going to practice social distancing. And the majority of the people that I've seen or that have just said anything about this has pretty much said the same thing. And I think realistically, for people like me and a few of my close friends who are just, we decided to get vaccinated, but we're still just like, we're trying to really figure out how to almost like re-enter society is what I want to say. It's like, I think once we make ourselves get out and start doing the things that we used to do, I think that we'll feel a lot better. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine about going to Dallas because Atlanta is playing in Dallas. The Atlanta Falcons is playing in Dallas in November. And I'm like that would be the ultimate trip. As a matter of fact, in 2020, I think it was, we were supposed to go to that game and COVID happened. So, but it's just like, so this is what I said I was going to do. I said that Friday of this week, which is tomorrow, I'm going to find a happy hour. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just, put some clothes on. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear no makeup, nothing like that. I'm gonna just throw something on, look halfway decent, and I'm gonna go somewhere to somebody's like sports bar or cigar bar or, Bonefish Grill or somewhere that I know has good martinis or something, and have a drink. I also said that I'm thinking about going to my favorite spa, Jeju. I don't know how you really say it for real, to be honest, but that's how I'm gonna say it. Jeju. However you want to pronounce that. But yeah, I said I was gonna just go ahead and do it. Like I'm just gonna go and see what happens. Like maybe I'll make a little like staycation out of it. Maybe I'll get a hotel because I used to live like 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from there, but now I'm like 45 minutes away from there. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe I'll just, go over there and make a whole entire day of it. If I get a room, because you can, your pass, when you pay for it, your pass is for 24 hours. So they do allow you to leave and come back within that 24 hours. So I'm like, oh, I could leave, I could go and, have lunch or dinner or whatever. And if I wanted to go back and finish relaxing, I can go back and finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do that. But I'm just saying that because hopefully next week I'll remind, hopefully next week I will remember to tell y'all if I win or not. So all right. So anyways, so yeah, COVID is over, basically is what I was saying. And so I guess that's enough about me and my bullshit. I hope y'all heard that this week, because last week I was recording my episode and I didn't realize that I was talking into this mic and it wasn't recording on here. It was recording on my computer, which means any sounds that came from my mixer, you didn't get it. So if you didn't get the Shut the Fuck Up song this time, last time around, or this time around, my bad, because I'm not like gonna re-record it. But anyways, welcome to everybody's favorite part of the show. This is for anybody who this is your first time listening. This is just an award that you can give to a person, some people, a group, whoever, wherever, however. If they done got on your damn nerves this week and you just really want to tell them shut the fuck up, this is the award for that. So short and sweet, this week's Shut the Fuck Up award goes to Delta Airlines, because y'all ought to be a fucking shame to yourselves for having the extreme audacity to call for volunteers to come into your executive lounges or the Delta lounge or whatever the fuck you call that shit that's in the airport to clean. Like, so you mean to, like, you, okay, hold on, so you're telling me that you don't feel like you should pay? I don't, listen. These big companies kill me, because although I know that the pandemic has fucked everything up, I know this. Like, I'm not an economist or like any type of financial consultant or anything like that. But what I do know is this pandemic has fucked the economy up. Even when the planes were grounded, in a sense, like they were losing money, yes, but I just don't feel like it's nothing that can't be made up by these I'm a logical person. I need to see the logic. Maybe, and I'm a numbers person too. So maybe I just need to see the numbers. But I don't think I don't think that there's any group of numbers that you could put on a spreadsheet, or that you could put in a pie chart, or that you could put in front of me, period, that's going to warrant me being okay and cool with y'all having volunteers clean for y'all. Fuck type of shit is this? What is this? What is happening? Delta Airlines, what is happening? That's just some bullshit. Like, that is, I mean, so you just don't want to bring back the people who you had doing it pre-pandemic? Like, I'm moving along. So again, just to recap, last week I decided that I'm going to put myself to the challenge of choosing a word over the course of 10 weeks, a random word, and just kind of seeing what I come up with as far as like a topic or talking about it. So, you may have seen the word when you saw the cover art, and you probably think one thing, but it may not be that thing. Like, that may not be the actual subject that I'm talking about. It may be, it may not be, but it's going to just all be very, very random. So if you've seen the cover, I don't know why I'm tongue tied today, guys. I don't know why, but if you've seen the cover art, you know that today's word is attraction. So it's like, I don't even really know how I came up with this word, but when I put it in the little thing and it came up, and I was like, okay, because I put it like in this little fancy wheel, and I have a word chosen already for each week. And I was like, okay, when I'm talking about attraction, like, what exactly like does that mean for me? And I think the very first thing that kind of comes to my mind is like, kind of like just a question to you guys, or to whoever made like live tweet this or whatever. Like, what do you think? Like have you ever really like sat and thought about why someone is attracted to you? And I'm not, and when I say this, I'm thinking outside of physical, or what I would call physical attraction, like, or like your type. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, have you ever really just like thought about that? I know I feel kind of scatterbrained, but it's just like, or have you ever like sat and thought about why you're attracted to someone? Like, have you really, really sat and thought about it? Like, say for instance, and I'm speaking in a romantic sense now. Like, say for instance, like you have a coworker that you feel super attracted to. Have you ever really sat and thought about exactly why you're attracted to that person? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, outside of anything physical. I mean, we all have our things, right? That we like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has those physical type of, I just feel like everybody does. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like, everybody has like kind of, not necessarily a type, but there's just certain things that they like when it comes to just looking at someone that they may be attracted to. So what I did was went to Google, like I did with the last word, and which was stoner, by the way. And it was pretty funny episode. I just put it in Google. I just said put attraction in Google just to see what I come up with, to see if I can find like something kind of random, some kind of way that I can deliver this message to you, to you guys. And I came up with an article that it said 37 terms that describes different types of attraction. And so my first thing was, when I think about the word attraction, I really don't think about any other words, right? Like, I don't think of any words like related to attraction. I think about things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think about things that I'm attracted to, or maybe features that I'm attracted to, or I just random things like that. But I never really think about like maybe like the various types of attraction, or again, just words that kind of tie into attraction. So just to clarify what attraction is, and this is just a basic definition on paper. Attraction describes interest, desire, or affinity that's emotional, physical, romantic, aesthetic, or sexual in nature. Makes sense, right? Basically, it's stuff that you like. It's stuff that you would like to get your hands on. It's stuff that you would like to be, it's features that you love in people. It's sex appeal. It's all of these things, right? 37 terms. Now, I'm not about to sit here and go through all 37 of these words. And honestly, I feel like probably about 5 or 6 of these words are already other words. Like, I'm real tired of people making up words. Like, I'm just a little like annoyed by that. To funnel down definitions that really don't need to be like funneled down like that, or to like kind of box them. I don't know, like, instead of there being a big box in this one term, or maybe 2 terms have some sort of relation to all the to what it means to let me see, for certain, like, God, what is the word I'm thinking about? For certain, I don't know. Instead of there just being like an umbrella with like nothing really super defined under it, we keep funneling them down. So there's a big box, and then there's like several small boxes inside. There's a box, another box, another box, and it just keeps going because people are trying to be very like definitive as far as how they identify with certain things, right? It's just a little annoying to me. Like, I'm just like, how many more words do we need, right? How many more words do we need? So real quick, I'm gonna run through the words, and I'm probably not going to, like, I don't know, we'll see how it goes if I say what they mean. So there's a word on here called aromatic. Also known as arrow, this identifier describes the spectrum. So that, which again, this means that there's several words up underneath here, describes the spectrum of people who experience little to no romantic attraction or desire for a romantic relationship. Okay, so that's the umbrella term. Up under there, I think it was like 2 of them. Hold on, let me see. Under there, I had this in order. Demi-romantic. So it says on the aromantic spectrum, deromantic, demi-romantic, DEMIROMANTIC. describes those who only experience romantic attraction after developing an emotional connection. Okay. I mean, I guess I could kind of relate to that a little bit because I'm not like, I don't know. I mean, what does that mean really kind of? Describes those who only experience. I said I wasn't going to go deep into these words. Those only describes those who only experience romantic attraction after developing an emotional connection. I mean, okay. I didn't. There's people that don't. I guess maybe there's people that don't do that. Okay, so I'm learning something. I don't know. All right, next. The other word that was tied to that word was gray romantic. GRA romantic, which describes someone who rarely experiences romantic attraction or only experiences romantic attraction under particular circumstances. I mean, I guess that would be as opposed to somebody who like always has romance. I guess there are people like that. I guess there's people like that. I get that. I guess I get that word. I guess I get that word kind of. Anyway, so here's a couple of the other words. Let me just go through a few of them. See how random this shit is. This shit is extra random, but I'm doing it. All right. Alterous. And y'all know, listen, let me tell y'all something. I've always been pretty damn good at things like math and certain types of science. Even like I'm a pretty good writer. Like I can write pretty well. Sometimes pronouncing these words be whooping my ass. Also spelling. I'm just putting it out there. Like if I was in a spelling bee, I'd be out this bitch. So anyways, I just wanted to put that out there. Alterous. ALTEROUS. This describes the desire for a type of emotional relationship and emotional closeness that doesn't feel accurately categorized by the terms platonic or romantic. It can also convey discomfort or identification with the word romantic as a primary descriptor or focal point for different types of attraction. So basically, this is a person who is on some bullshit because they want what they want, but they don't want to kind of put a label on it. So they don't. So their friend, you're probably it's this is some bullshit. See, I'm so glad that I'm reading this. So this person basically is attracted to someone. They're friends, but they want to be more than friends. But they don't want to be in a relationship. So what's this? The situationship? No, that's not really a situationship. What we used to call it back in the day? What, friends with benefits? Is that what this is supposed to be? This some bullshit. I don't like that word. Moving along. Here's a word that I thought was interesting. Autoromantic. This describes those who experience romantic attraction to oneself. So are these the people that like marry themselves? I don't really understand. Like, okay, so I feel like you should embrace who you are, right? You should love yourself. Even the things that you kind of hate about yourself, you probably should embrace them so that you can try to turn it into some sort of love. I don't know. I don't know. Does this fall in the category of like narcissistic? I don't know. Like to just, I don't know. I just thought the word was interesting. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Here's another interesting word. It's not really interesting, but I'm gonna read it to y'all and then I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about it. And this one, and it's a couple of other ones that were kind of on the scale. Biromantic. Let me see if I can find the other one. Biromantic, y'all. What y'all think that means? This describes the experience of being romantically attracted to people of two or more genders. It doesn't indicate the specific genders the specific gender someone is romantically attracted to, but the fact that the individual is romantically attracted to people of more than one gender. Okay. I have always described this particular term as bisexual. I know when people hear the term bisexual, they automatically mean sex. This is before, and maybe, maybe biromantic is a better term because I always struggled with the term bisexual again because because of the undertone of sex there, because there, sex is within the word, and I never ever felt like you were bisexual because you were sexually attracted to, like in my instance, I would just say a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just to keep it not even in my situation, but just to be like, what the fuck am I trying to say? To be simple, to make things simple, because we know that there are now, excuse me, other type of gender roles, all this, that, and the other. So, and I don't want to get into that. So just for the sake of this particular conversation, I always felt like bisexual meant exactly what this word is describing. To be attracted to either a man or a woman, regardless of whatever your gender is, enough to want to be in a relationship. Like, to say, not just to say, oh, I like having sex with women, but I can, just as I can have a successful relationship with a woman just as well as I can have a successful romantic relationship with a man. That's what I've always coined as bisexual. So I take what I said back, that it was a bullshit word. I think that biromantic is a great word, and I think it should be more of like what bisexual, or maybe we should just leave bisexual as to what niggas always thought bisexual was in the first place, which was just willing to have sex with both genders. All right, see, something. Okay. Couple more words. Okay, I thought these two were interesting. These two terms were interesting. Objective physical. It's two words there. This type of attraction, objective physical. This type of attraction occurs when the majority of people consider someone physically attractive, even if you personally aren't attracted to their physical appearance. So, for instance, the example that automatically came to my mind was like somebody saying, there's like so many people who feel like Michael B. Jordan is like super fine, and then there's some people that just like, like some who was, I can't remember, was it Tamara? I think it was Tamara that was saying that she's not really like attracted to him like that. So it's not, I guess, but isn't that like, couldn't that be true for for a lot of people? Like where there could be like so many people attracted to you, but there's always that one person that's not. So I guess, whatever. The other one was objective sexual. And it's the same thing, but it says sexually attractive. So I guess, what's the difference between being physically attractive and sexually attractive to somebody? Is it in here? Sexual is this attraction takes the form of the desire for intimately physical or sexual contact with someone, which I mean, we know what that means, but why does that seem to, okay, physical. Let me see what they say physical is. This describes the desire to touch or be touched, not necessarily in romantic or sexual way. For example, this can include hugging or kissing a family member. Okay, all right, I get it. Y'all get it? I get it. I get that. I got 2 more words, y'all. Oh yeah, and that literally did that did. And here's the other 2 real quick. Real quick. Hetero romantic and homo romantic. Hetero romantic. This describes those who are romantically attracted to the members of who romantically attracted to members of the opposite sex or gender. Doesn't that mean heterosexual? Again, I guess that this would fit better, because I guess heterosexual would then be person who wants to have sex with the opposite sex or gender. I don't know. It's too many words here. Like okay, I guess it's okay. I keep saying the same thing, right? I guess it's okay that these things are broken down. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, 2 more words. Squish, right? A word that's a word that's tied to attraction. Squish. The desire for a strong, non-romantic relationship that often includes elements of emotional depth or intimacy. So is that like, you know how like these niggas be married and then like they get online and they meet somebody that's like across the world from them or some states away from them, and they know that they're probably not going to ever meet them, but they want this like, it's almost like an emotional escape. You know what I mean? Like, so they're attracted to, I don't know. Maybe that's what that is. Y'all tell me if y'all think that. I feel like that's what that is. The last word is it pronounced uni attraction? UNI attraction? This describes attraction to one person for a prolonged period of time or one's whole life. So, for instance, for me, that would be Allen Iverson, because I'm going to forever be attracted to Allen Iverson. I am also going to forever be attracted to Jill Scott. I mean, there's just people that I'm going to be like attracted to in that sense for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and those 2 are 2 that really like, I love you, Allen Iverson. So yeah, those are some those are some words that are tied to the word attraction. How y'all feel about that? Like, I'm really looking for I'm really looking for some feedback on that. And also, real quick, since I'm talking about attraction, I want to talk about 2 things. One thing that I came across was how some people are attracted to what they can't have. And I'm not talking about like superstars or, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about stuff like that that's like out of reach. When I read that, which again, it just said unattainable is attractive, it made me really go back to like the original question of why are you attracted to the people that you're attracted to? It kind of makes you think, because it's just like, okay, cool. Okay. Or even not even people. Let's say there is a new pair of shoes. There's a new pair of shoes that are coming out, like them damn Jesus walks that Kanye putting out. It's a new pair of shoes, and you can get them. You want them. You really, really want them. And you maybe you might have to break the bank to get them, and you get them. What was it that was like so like, how do you feel after you've gotten something that you've wanted for so long, that you all this time you just couldn't get it, or like going back to people, like there's someone that you've admired for years, and you finally get that person, and that person is everything that you thought that person would be. Do you lose a little bit? It is like, is the attraction lost a little bit because the chase is gone? Because I feel like that happens to people. I feel like that happens to people more than we'd like to admit. That I know it's happened to me. Like there's people that I admired, or had like a huge crush on, or that I actually got the opportunity to talk to, and but I guess that's kind of different because they just weren't who I thought they would be. But it's just like, also it's just like, all right, I kind of got that. You know what I mean? Like, how I guess I just brought it up because it happens more than what we would really like to think. And the last thing that I'm going to say about attraction is, I just want to point out something about the law of attraction. So I am a huge believer of the laws of attraction. Like, I believe that the things that I say and the way that I think, like, I believe that there's a connection to the universe in one way or another that has the ability to place these things, be it positive or negative, in my life. But there's what I maybe what I don't understand, or maybe it's just what I don't like about the concept of the law of attraction, is that, say for instance, for somebody like me, I have anxiety, so my mind is always on 100. I can, one really, really, really good thing can happen to me, and I'm already thinking 20 steps ahead to something that could quite possibly happen. I don't think that makes me like a pessimist or anything like that, because I do know how to turn it around, but it's an instant reaction. Like, these type of things just happen to people who have anxiety. So did I already put out in the universe that something bad is going to happen, and now it's going to happen? And I don't really want to think that that's how that works. Also, I what does it I don't agree when people say that always that you attract the energy that you put out. To a degree, yes. Or not the energy. Not the energy. I'll say energy, part of it is true, but just people in general, right? Like, because and just going off of my own experiences, like I've wondered for a very long time why I attract a certain demographic of people. And because of the what's been said about the law of attraction, I've blamed this specific demographic of people. I've blamed me attracting this demographic of people on me. And I really sat and thought about it at one point in time. I was like, I've never once in my life even put out this type of energy. Like I've never once, said in a non-joking manner, oh, I want to fuck with this type of person, or oh, I want, and these are the people that are continuously being sent to me, and I don't really get it. Right? I guess I don't really get I don't it makes me not believe that particular part of the law of attraction, and maybe I am just not understanding it correctly. If anybody wants to, if there's anybody out there that want to, educate me on that, please do. But I don't know, I don't really feel that. So that's that on that. Anyways, I've talked longer than I thought that I would. This has actually been pretty fun, and I hope that you guys enjoyed my very random episode of the Lit Life podcast. This is again week 2 of just random words. I'm called, the series is being called 10 words 10, what am I calling it? 10 words 10 meanings or some shit like that. I don't know, I can't remember what I said. You've already seen it. So I have 8 more words to go, and hopefully I can be creative enough to come up with some shit for the rest of these words, because they're pretty random. I'd like to leave you all let you know that we are definitely still having podcast happy hour this month, and it will be on Chris from Shenanigans with Friends platform, and it will be on May 22nd. That is a Saturday, I believe, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, and 6 Pacific. So I look forward to seeing you guys. I hope you guys come and participate on the live, because it's always so much fun. You never know what the hell is going to happen. Shout out to my homegirls from Podcast Happy Hour. You can follow their shows, and you can follow the playlist on YouTube. The links are in my show notes. If you have any questions, concerns, about anything that I've said, anything about Podcast Happy Hour, if you want to do a follow-up and talk about attraction, or even the law of attraction, or anything that has to do with attraction, or anything that has to do with any of the words that are forthcoming, y'all know how to get at me. Y'all see, if you're on YouTube, you see right here how to get at me. You see right there how to get at me. Just do it. And until you hear or see me again, peace.